let me just deal with directly the accusation and charge and clarify that, but move into the general topic, hopefully fairly quickly. So I have accused, though I don't want to say accused because it's factual, I've accused Onora of lying. And Onora has responded, oh, you're distorting things. I left the debate open. I told the mods, yeah, let people in. They can comment as long as whatever, they're not trolling, etc., etc. Okay, well, that is not what your mods or other people in the chat, they were celebrating me getting censored. So, I don't know. I guess that's a point of view issue. But now let's get to the deeper principle at play, where she's denying an issue with the Miriam Francis case. I wasn't referring to that. That's not what I was talking about. What I was talking about is Alonzo. I want to be clear, Alonzo can speak for Alonzo. And he's gone back and forth with Onora. What Alonzo was saying is that, for the record, he did ask Nora, did you kill certain stories with the Aftermath TV show? She said no, they did not kill any stories. Now she's confirming they did kill certain stories. That's what a lie is. It's not hard to figure out. She thinks we're getting into recent controversies, or somehow I'm Dark Tony's ally. None of that is true. I wasn't referring to that. I would have clarified in that chat, but you timed me out. That's how it goes. If you set up an echo chamber, you set up an echo chamber. Now, in terms of her participation in the Aftermath TV show, which is the real topic, I think increasingly, if I talk about the Aftermath TV show, I'm going to have to continually forewarn people, this is not a documentary series. That is not what this is. Being very brutal about it. And apparently even the official title, this is the Lily Mike show. And we have to be very blunt and precise about this. It's the Lily Mike hero story, featuring these people, these guests, these victim stories. And this is not an issue of me. If you go on IMDb, who appears the most on this alleged documentary? Aaron, Claire, Mike, basically the big YouTubers. I don't think that's an accident. What is occurring here? Well, we're at a pivot point. We've had different eras in anti-Scientology, different landmarks, which I was not a part of, so I don't want to claim anything, right? We're stepping into a very late stage, which is what I'm a part of. So we had the Going Clear era just a couple years ago, and that opened up a floodgate. Then we had the Aftermath TV show era, but that's closing out. Now Going Clear, I think, which had Mike Rinder, was done in good faith. I think it was an honest examination. It did make a lot of mistakes. There are quite a few lies and errors. However, I think Gibney, Lawrence, and others of good faith made those mistakes. However, it did create a dangerous mythology, giving Mike Rinder and a lot of other people credibility. And Mike, being the Michael Myers and horror villain that he is, took advantage of people saying, oh, you were on that great documentary. And Mike Rinder's, yes, I was on that great documentary. We're going to do another great documentary. Oh my, with who? With Lily. Oh my, yeah, she's been attacking Tom Cruise. Yes, she has been attacking Tom Cruise. And there we are. We're off to the races. Now, did the Aftermath TV show do good work? Of course it did. Is there some factual things in that Aftermath TV show? Yes. Was that the point of the Aftermath TV show? No. The point was to create these hero mythologies with Mike, Lily, Aaron, Claire, and the whole gang. That was the point. It was selling a Hollywood mythology to us. And people who, unfortunately, didn't want to do any double checking bought the mythology. But it was a false mythology. And now it's coming down. And Onora is trying to pose as the truth teller. I told you, Mike Rinder, don't trust him. Oh my. Well, that's pretty funny, because I'm finding some old tweets where you're kind of nice to old Mike. Is that not you? These seem to be your tweets. Playtime is over, right? If you want to sell your soul to the Hollywood machine, that's your right. That's your prerogative. I've made very clear I want to have a career in Hollywood. But here's the difference. I want to have a career without selling my soul. And if I'm going to have a Hollywood career, I'll be upfront. I'm not going to label a documentary that is not a documentary. If I put out a fictional story, yeah, I expect to be paid for it. I expect credit, but I'll label it a fictional story. If Nora wants to join Aaron in the new era, Aftermath, the show part 2, Dune part 3, where he's Paul Atreides, she is welcome to do that. But I'll have to label it what it is. It's a fictional story. There are true elements, still a fictional story. Certain people have to make a very tough decision. Do they want to hang on to the Aftermath TV show mythology? It was a liberating mythology. And for some, it was a liberating mythology. But for some, it was a deadly, dangerous mythology. For Kyle, for Doug Scott Kramer, for many victims. Flo, I could go on listing names. It was a very deadly mythology. It destroyed them. It silenced them. It demonized them. It didn't just, quote, ignore them. It gave a very distorted history that Mike Rinder profited from. He took advantage of that. Now the victims will have justice. I'm not here to say, don't believe all these victims. I'm not saying demonize them now. But I am saying there were a lot of shifty alliances, a lot of behind-the-scenes drama. I don't want any part of that. I had no relationship to the Aftermath TV show. I don't want to have an association with the Aftermath TV show. And Onora's crying, I'm not even on the IMDb. She doesn't realize, because frankly she's really stupid, that was a godsend. You could have just wiped your hands clean. But no, she's angry. Why didn't I get credit? Why didn't I get more money? You could have had plausible deniability, but now you're like, I was on that TV show. Great. You were part of a very corrupt, evil, disgusting thing. That's nothing to be proud of. That's nothing to boast about. And to say, well, we did some good, you also did a lot of evil. But now we want to reframe the story as, oh, Nora was the hidden hero all along. So if Onora still wants to publish her fantasy fiction, she can do that. I'm not a part of that. And I would advise you, don't be a part of it either. But like I said, I'm not here to pick fights. But I'm not here to continue the mythology of the Dune Aaron saga. There may be good people, there may be some facts involved, but at this point, I'm going to skip that movie. I'm asking for real documentaries with real documents and real facts. And unfortunately, it's going to be a small number. So people have to make a choice. Do they want Aftermath TV show mythology part 3? I think we've had enough with the TV show mythology. We need to move beyond that. I realize most people can't get beyond that, but I think we have to try. We have to give it a try at least, because it's just too dangerous to do it all over again, in my humble opinion.